According to the rules, I have to introduce my motion right at the start, so I'll do that. If I could have it. I'm moving, and I apologize, it's awkward sentence structure, but it's late. City Council direct the Executive Director of Social Development Finance Administration to add to work plans starting in 2018 targets and timetables for reducing wait lists for daycare and affordable housing. So what we have here is their work plan for 2017 and their report on what they did in 2016. Every year they do this. I'm saying that we're going to have some better information on the daycare and housing wait lists and how well they work that they're developing this year. So next year we'll be in a position to develop targets and timetables. And the reason why this is critical, the work we've done on poverty says that there are 4 or 5 key things we have to do. We have to find people jobs, we have to provide people access and transportation, we have to provide people housing, we have to provide services like daycare, and I'm sorry the 5th one's out of my head at the moment. If we don't have specific plans for what we're going to achieve in those areas, we won't achieve very much. We won't achieve enough. And I want to talk a little bit about the importance of setting those. In 2005, the City of Toronto embarked on an ambitious plan to start to build affordable housing. Under Mayor Miller, we created the Affordable Housing Office. And since then, we've been creating affordable housing units. Councillor Mamalidi, in one of his better contributions to the City of Toronto, brought us the Housing Opportunities Task Force report in 2009, setting a benchmark of 1,000 units a year. And, you know, since over that decade, we've created 6,875,000 units of affordable housing. The City of Toronto has been working away at this. But what we haven't done is set annual goals for how we're going to eliminate the waiting list. Right now, there are 80,000 households waiting for affordable housing. At the rate we have gone this year and in previous years, we are going to be at it for more than 100 years before we, I'm sorry, Speaker, I'm not at 5 minutes and 40 seconds, before we clear the backlog. Similarly, councillors like Councillor McConnell and Councillor Davis and others who've been on this council for some time have fought and clawed and scratched and kicked and won us more and more daycare subsidies and daycare spaces. But if you look at the rate that we're putting daycare spaces in last year, it is going to take about 125 years to clear the backlog we have, the waiting list we have for daycare spaces in the City of Toronto. So, yeah, Torontonians can either move away and stop having babies, or we can actually develop meaningful timetables and targets as we do for anything else in the City of Toronto. Of course, annually, we're going to have to review what the budgetary impacts are, but if we don't set a yardstick, we can't measure whether or not we're getting anywhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The timers weren't working, but you were at 3.5 minutes.
This makes it.
Councillor Perks' motion is on the screen. All in favour? Recorded.
Councillor Burnside, please. Councillor Fletcher, please.
The motion carries 31-3.
Okay, the next one.